Hey everyone, and welcome back to Perler Bead Planet. In today's video, I'm going to share with you all how to make these 3D flowers. You'll learn how to make two different types of these, and each of these are so cute and so fun to make. So let's not waste time and let's get started. This first design is super unique and really cute, and you'll be needing two different pegboards if you want this like pointed flower one and then the tulip, and I'm just going to be using the top one. But if you just want to use the pointed one for the leaves and the flower, you may go ahead and do so. I'm going to make two different flowers, so I'm starting to make the actual flowers, and first I'm using the circle ones, which is super easy, and I'm just using 3 colors to make a very simple design, so you guys can go ahead and copy it from there. It's really cute but really fun, and I love how I use these different colors to really create a unique look. For the second flower, I decided to not fill in all the pegs with perler beads, and this gave it an extra cool, fun, and unique look. So I used not only the solid colors, but I also pulled out my straight colors and used that as emphasis, and again that gave an extra cool, fun look. And then I made a circle of magenta and then did another circle of half on, half off with my straight blues. And then I filled in the 3 different circles with 3 different colors and left the middle peg blank. After you iron it, it's time to make the flowers fold in. You want to be careful doing this because the beads are really hot, so the best thing to do is put your fingers on the sides of the perler beads and carefully fold each petal at a time. This will take about a minute in total, but slowly it will start to form the spherical look. After it has finished initially cooling, you can put it into the palm of your hand and hold it there for about 15 seconds to achieve the perfect look. And once it has cooled, it should maintain this look by itself. But what you really want to do is make the shape in the palm of your hand and run it over cool water for 15 seconds, and it will literally harden and stick to that same shape. This is more safe because it won't keep burning your hand, and it's also faster and easier. Now it's time to make the leaves of the flower. You can use the same pegboard you used to make the flower. I decided to make both of the leaves using this one because it looked more natural. You can either do different shades of green or do one solid color of green, and the reason I had the dark greens in the middle is because I ran out of the other greens, but you won't be able to see that part anyway. Now we're going to put the pieces together using a hot glue gun. Take a flower and make a circle of glue around the base of it and then stick it to the flower, and you want to make sure the leaves are like sticking out so you can see both the flower and also the leaves. Since it won't stick completely because of the abnormal shape, I put an extra slab of glue in each crevice to make sure it stayed in place. Since it will create little strings of hot glue, once it's dried, you can go ahead and pull it off. I love this DIY because there is an unlimited amount of flowers and leaves that you can create, so make your own. You can make as many as you want, and they could create such cool gifts and decorations. The second design is a little more complex, and it requires a base that is really weird. So instead of pausing, which I know is kind of difficult, I'm going to show you guys actual pictures of it because it'll be much easier. And I ended up having to go back because I made mistakes, so I would just recommend doing it at the end. But it is really fun. So basically I incorporated all my reds and pinks, which I thought gave it a really cool look. And basically you have a base and then you have some stuff sticking out of it. So you're going to have to figure out where to put the beads and where to not put the beads so the other ones can actually go in. So what I did is make kind of like boxes so I could know where to fill in the perler beads and where I didn't have to. And this overall made it so easy, and if you just follow and copy the design, it shouldn't be that difficult. Here's my design with all the spaces defined, and here's my design with my light pinks all filled in. Otherwise, pause here to copy it and make it much easier on yourself. Now you're going to create the outer petals, so you're going to make 4 of these, pause here and make 4 identical ones, and then make this simple design for whatever the inside of the flower is called, whatever that yellow stuff is. And then you're going to copy those. You're making 2 of each, and these are the inner petals. Once you have everything together, the middle part will not stick, but you're going to kind of have trouble trying to hook it on. And you also want to make it slanted, so that poses another problem. You don't actually want to fully put it on, which is why hot glue comes really in handy, because you're going to be able to create whatever structure and slantness you want. You have to do these one at a time, and I would recommend going from in to out or out to in. It really is up to you, and you want to make sure to glue the corners along with the sides of it because that will be really helpful determining what angle you want it at. The inner petals is a little bit easier because you have nothing restraining it. I would recommend doing the 5-piece first and then doing the smaller pieces second, and then putting the hot glue in after. Lastly, put the yellow stick right in the middle of it, and it's kind of hard to reach it, so I basically put a big glob of hot glue on it. And then you're finished. Although it is kind of difficult, the overall outcome of this is so pretty, and I absolutely love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and try these at home, because both of these DIYs are really fun and they produce some pretty amazing results. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for Perler Bead videos every Monday and Friday. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye everyone!